which is awesome. Getting lots of highs, Rebecca. How do you buy the booty bowls? If Brett is on here, she can post. So the Vegan Potter is doing a booty bowl fundraiser, which we can use more than ever. And if Brett pops on here, if not, it is on our on Instagram in our profile, and I will definitely do that. And posted. I told her there's so much going on right now that it's my bad that we're not getting reception to go outside. Rebecca is definitely a regular. You're definitely gonna start seeing a lot of Rebecca. Say hi, Rebecca. So let me go outside a little to get. Oh, yeah, the booty bowls are so cool. Yes, I don't think Brett is on here yet, so she was doing some stuff. We're all trying to decompress. This has been a hellish week for all of us, and today made it just get hyper. I know. You know, you're biting my leg. The bowls are incredible. Actually, I have to order one. I didn't even get a chance to. Yeah, we'll talk about Ricky in a second. Hi, Mom. So, yes. So, there's baby Sarah. Baby Sarah, what do you do? Oh, no, baby Sarah. The booty bowls. Yes, the booty bowls. We will get a link up in a second. Sarah has been in the mud. Sarah, mud today? Were you in the mud? Look at you. You were in the mud today, Sarah. Love you too. So, the Vegan Potter has the bowls for pre-order. They're awesome. Please tag the Vegan Potter in this so she can jump on. Whoever, just tag the Vegan Potter. She's amazing. She's helping us fundraise. We have Mundane. We're just trying to. People have been really supportive in helping us with the past couple of days and months and whatever's going on. So, so if everybody doesn't know, I'll tell the Ricky story in a moment. And oh, you did? That's awesome. Sarah's okay. I mean, I'm giving her. She's definitely depressed as we are. I didn't go live yesterday because I was literally rock bottom yesterday. I bottomed out yesterday. I had kind of a mini nervous breakdown, and just I could hardly function yesterday, so I did not go live. So I was okay through the weekend, and then yesterday came and I just absolutely crashed, and so I did not go live. So this is really hard, and then we had stuff going on behind the scenes. Yeah, everybody, if you can tag the Vegan Pot, we had a lot of stuff. Hi, Brian. Brian's in the house. Literally in the house, not like in the house. Like stuff going on behind the scenes because the Vegan Potter, it's on our site. If Brett jumps on, here's Brett. Brett, I'm sorry, I decided to go live for a minute. Rebecca's here. I don't even have a lot of battery life, so it can't be that long. So we're gonna need the Vegan Potter's link. So yes, I had a mini nervous breakdown yesterday, so I did not go live. I was really struggling. And I don't want to go into the details because I don't want to turn this into a cry fest, but it's a struggle. And the one thing is how thousands of messages that I've been getting in support of Katniss and how Katniss changed their lives, and that's beautiful, and that means that she didn't pass in vain. And thank you so much. I got several wind chimes, but they do not everyone has a note, so please send me a message that you sent it. I want to say thank you personally because I do love the wind chimes. It's people that haven't been here don't understand that Katniss's area is very much a center area of the sanctuary. And so you can kind of see it from everywhere. So because of who we were together, my eyes were always on her. Thank you, Julie. I appreciate it. There's several of them. I know someone sent the pineapple ones. I'm going to go to the woods, but I think I want to keep some of them here too. This because I like the wind chimes. What are you doing? Okay. So, thank you so much, and then we'll talk. So it's been crazy, and before, so I'll tell if everybody hasn't seen the post today about Ricky. Candace's area is pretty sacred. Again, I can see it from everywhere. I don't want to go into how my day starts with Katniss and my day finished with Katniss because that's not a thing anymore. So before Katniss was in hospice, we got called about a baby farm pig, like a few days old, only a few days old, and so it was a family. The father, and if I don't get it correctly, I'm an asshole. So whatever. I know the story, but I'm not in the best mindset right now. So the father did some extra work at a pig breeding facility, and he a mom had babies, and all the babies died, and so except for one, and that was Ricky. They called us to take him, and this is before Katniss was in ISO because I was worried in hospice, and I knew during this whole process that I knew people were thinking that I just was going to try to replace her and stuff like that. Yes, I'm not happy about breeders. I hate breeders with a passion. There's no such thing as a good breeder. So whatever. So he did save this baby. The family was taking care of it. I sat down with Christina and decided, okay, we have room for farm pigs. We couldn't put an adult with everybody right now, especially with having 3 farm pigs in isolation right now. So it wouldn't be like the most responsible thing to take an adult farm pig. So, but we just built the gratitude barn, the compassion barn. Our pigs have plenty of space, and they'll always have plenty of space because we are never going to fill it up where the pigs that are in our care are uncomfortable or crowded, because this is not how we run things. We'd never pay for an animal. We would never pay for an animal. We would never pay a breeder for an animal, no matter what. So, Christina and I just thought long and hard. These decisions are really hard. You get into financial situations, and we always tell people it's very easy to take a healthy animal. And this is where that comes in. So Ricky was taken away from his mother at a day old, no colostrum. Again, Christina and I, very good at taking care of babies, doing the right thing by babies. We said to the people, okay, we can take him, but you got to keep him for like a month. We need to get everything together. We need to get everybody home from Cornell. Physically, we need to take a break. Mentally, we need a break. If you decide that you can't find anybody else for him, and they cannot find anybody else for him, we would be happy to take him, but we need a month. So, Ricky was in the back of my mind at all times. We talked every day, every other day, how he was doing, and he was doing fine. They didn't know. I guess he started throwing up last night. They didn't let me know till this morning. And I said, and he was coming here on Monday. And I said, okay, he's got to go to Cornell now. So it's a 3-hour drive. They rushed him to Cornell. He came to them at like a pound, and he was like 11 pounds. And that shows you how big these animals get. And so he got to Cornell, and he had 108 fever. He had 108. That's not 100.8. Are you okay, Rebecca?
I'm good.
That's 108. So, again, we have to be responsible to ourselves. Christina and I, Todd, the team, our board members, everybody is emotionally exhausted from just Katniss and what's going on. If even board members that are not on site all the time, they are emotionally involved in what's going on, just like you are. So Christina is 20 years younger than me, so she could definitely handle more physical activity than I can. But she's tired, and we're tired, so we had to be responsible and said, you got to keep them for a little while. I didn't even know, and then I talked to, obviously I talked to Wendy, because that's who I talked to, and she knew of a pig that got to 109 fever. So Cornell called me. This was all set up. I was talking to Cornell. It was just all set up. They were waiting for him. They had people outside waiting for him. And they called me like, he's got 108 fever. I said, okay, go in. They're like, we need to do exploratory surgery. We went under ultrasound. His intestines look like a mess. We think there's a foreign body in there. So I'm just like, of course, of course, that this situation is happening. So we never, ever put a price tag on the life. And they came to us and said, hey, the surgery and recovery, you're looking at $5,000. Now, May ended with $18,000 bill at Cornell. June's looking, I don't know what June is, but June's high too. So we're 20 plus thousand, not including our local vet. So I'll find a way. I'll figure it out. I'll do what I have to do. I'll jump in the pond. I'll eat olives. I'll play golf. I'll listen to country 24 hours a day. Whatever I have to do with these animals. These animals have done so much for me. I would never put a price tag on these animals' life. Hi, Ro. I broke a branch on the tractor. I didn't break the tractor. I broke a branch. And Max is very happy with the branch I broke on the tractor. So Ricky, I've never met Ricky, and that was the thing, but he was under our care. And so I said, okay, he didn't get colostrum. He's 3 weeks old. I said, don't make this boy suffer. Like, do not make this. Oh, Sue-Ann, that's wonderful. Do not make this boy suffer. Do what you can. And going into exploratory surgery and going into surgery, Max thinks this is about him. So Max is just, we are going to have an auction and stuff. So if you have anything you want to donate to an auction to help raise money, that'd be wonderful. Yes, I love the wind chimes, and we got similar ones. So, I think people who have had pets and people that are sanctuary workers, founders, and whatever know, like, the worst thing going into surgery with a very sick animal is the call that you always worry about. This is a call that you always worry about, is the pig or the animal is so sick, it would be more humane not to wake him up. And that's the worst call you can ever get. It's horrible. It's humane. It's amazing because they feel no pain, because they just don't ever wake up. And it's the best way for them to leave this planet, and leave their physical body. It's so much harder on us than it is for them. But when you go into a surgery like that, especially with a sick animal, there's like, you go through these crazy things in your head about how long they've been in surgery. Well, they've been in surgery for an hour, So that means they're fixing stuff. That means we're not going to get that call. We're not going to get that call because they've been in surgery so long. They would have saw this stuff. We went through with Arthur, and we didn't get a call till 1:30 in the morning with Arthur that he was okay and he did well last year when he had the blockage. And that was so crazy because that's what I'm saying. Like that time that they go into surgery, and Ricky was the same way. Well, Ricky was like, I was on the phone with the vets, like, we're going into surgery now. You know, do you want a DNR? And this is the sucky thing because you go through the same script. The DNR, how bad do you want to go? And you know, you're not going to do any DNR for a 3-week-old pig that didn't get colostrum, that has 108 fever. You know, that's not ethical, that's not responsible, and that's just not humane. You know, and so I'm like shaking through the day anyway because I'm recovering from my mini mental breakdown for Sarah yesterday. And that like a 45 minutes into surgery, you know, and I'm thinking in my head like, okay, you know, it's 45 minutes. When is he going to come home? What are we going to do? How's this going to go? And they called us and said, so his intestines were twisted. They fixed the intestines, but because he's been throwing up for probably 24 hours, sometimes they couldn't see it. So he'd throw up, he'd swallow it, and he aspirated. So it would just go into his lungs. So his lungs were so damaged. He was on 100% oxygen, and he was still struggling to breathe. And they said he doesn't have a very good chance. If we tried to, you know, his recovery would be long and hard, and his chances were almost nothing. And so, obviously, you know, at this point, there's no way I want to put an animal through that and spend their time suffering for the chance of survival being so low. And to suffer for that long. He was quiet, he was comfortable, he was on medication, sleeping. The most humane thing, and again, there's going to be haters out there, but the most humane thing would be to let him go. And we were Christina and I were fully unanimous on that. We didn't even have time to call the board or any. This was a conversation between me, Christina, and the doctor. And it was, there wasn't even a second of, because we know what that recovery is like. We've seen that a lot, you know, we've seen it several times, and it's not pretty. And yes, and just ethically, which I should have kept it up, I took the fundraiser down the minute that we got the call because I didn't want people thinking that we were emotionally blackmailing people. And if you donated to that, we're happy to refund you. We did the surgery to try to save his life was $1,700. So we had to pay $1,700 today to try and save the life, which I don't think is a lot of money to try and save a life. If you did donate to the fundraisers, we did not raise that much money. But if you did donate to the fundraisers or sent us money, we are happy to refund you. I don't want people to think that and again, I put up the minute. I rushed to my phone to tell people that he's gone. It's on there. You can't delete a fundraiser from Instagram because it's an ongoing donate. Well, the donation that you did is going to go towards the $1,700. We didn't raise $1,700 for his surgery, but we are going to, I just don't want people to think that we were emotionally blackmailing. And that's why I changed it. And I put up I put up an update that he's gone, and so it is what it is, and we tried, and I'm proud of that. We reacted right away. We got him the best care that you can get in the country. I mean, there's amazing vets out there, but he had a vet team waiting for him outside. They were driving. I was on the phone with the people bringing him. They were outside. The vet team was waiting for him, and they agreed with our decision. The vet will never make the decision for you because that's not their job. But they lay the evidence on the table and they say, okay, this is a situation. This is what recovery is going to be like. And then they say, we think you made the right decision. They will say that after you talk. But and you could tell, like, this was not, he would have suffered so bad in the hospital, and it was not something that I felt was ethical to try to. They gave us the options. The options weren't even good. The options were, if he recovers, there's a slight chance it's going to be long, hard, and painful, and he's going to suffer. And Cornell is up on those challenges. So Cornell's up on those. They want it. They want to do this. This is what they do, and by doing that kind of rehab on an animal and that kind of treatment, they're learning. But they don't want to do that. They still want this animal to be pain free, and and he said goodbye. He didn't say goodbye. He went to sleep peacefully. That's the best thing, and he was breathing on his own when he went in, and he crashed. He had 100% oxygen, which means his body didn't have to work at all, and he was still suffering. So can we get any more exhausted? Nope. We can't. It's not a thing. We are going to need help with fundraising and stuff like that, because the money is just going out so quickly. And so we will have some auctions and do some creative things. We have shirts coming out. We do have a surprise shirt coming out, a Rosie shirt that's the cutest thing in the world that came in today. I didn't tell you yet, but I'm sure you knew, Brett, because of shipping. But the Rosie shirt is unbelievable. The Katniss shirt it ends tomorrow. So I will post that, and it sucks because this is what I have to think. I'm struggling emotionally because of Katniss, and now Ricky, and 3 pigs up in isolation up here. Which, thank you, because we have 3 amazing isolation areas because of you guys. So thank you so much. But now I have to think about, okay, it's the last day, and I don't think I can ever bring myself to make the Katniss shirt available. As soon as this is over, I am going to shut it down. I just don't. It's been hard only because I still have to. I have to go post every day, and I have probably the last 30 days have 1,000 pictures of Katniss. And so I have to scroll through all those Katniss pictures to get a video and a picture to post. And so that's how my day starts, with seeing. You can order tomorrow. I will post the link and everything tomorrow. But I believe I'm going to shut that down. Usually it's available if someone wants to buy it. I don't want that available. Get it now. You know her. I need to settle things emotionally for myself. And like I said, it's so hard going and scrolling through 1,000 pictures of her the past 30 days, and the most beautiful pictures, and they're gorgeous, and her smile's there, and it's beautiful, and I know each and every emotion I had during those pictures. I remember each picture vividly and clearly, and each time I was like, this girl's fighting, this is going to happen, she's going to make it, it's doing great. And then some of those pictures are like, this is not going good. So beyond that regular, and they're all there. It like literally 90% of the pictures from the past 30 days are Katniss, and it's killing me, man. It's killing me, and it's just it's so. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now, and I'm sorry. I know that like we will get back to the fun parties and and summertime fun pool and parties and awesome days, but this is what we're going through right now, and losing Ricky today. And this is another thing that it's crazy, and this is so crazy that like, so they said, do you want his remains, or do you want to put him in a group, um when they what's it called, then they ashes, what is it called, cremation? Do you want a group cremation, or do you want his remains, his ashes? And I'm like, he was part of Arthur's Acres, at least he'll be here in some form. So there's different beliefs, and that's not their body, that's not who they are. But I would like to spread his ashes here, so it's because he was born in such a shitty situation, maybe he can rest in peace in a better situation. And so, I just, people have different feelings on that. And for me, I just felt like he needed to come here and home and rest in peace here. And that's just me. I take that on myself, and I feel that way. I feel strongly, strongly, strongly that way. I save all their tusks. I save a lot of stuff from these animals. And I feel like he was part of the day we said yes, he was part of the family. And and I thought it was important to, have him cremated by himself, and that we can spread his ashes in under Andy's tree, or maybe by Katniss. I don't want to have the body. Honestly, the body just had surgery. It's not probably a very horrible body situation. Let him leave that earthly body, and isn't it ashes to ashes, dust to dust? So just trying to figure out. I want to make sure, and I know a lot of people think once they leave their human, they're solid, they're earthly, they're done, whatever. And I just think that the day I said yes, the day we said yes, made him a part of Arthur's Acres, and so we need to make sure he rests in peace at Arthur's Acres. Dig. I don't want to dig a hole for him. So I don't even know if they would give me the body, and I don't think that would be a comfortable situation. So yes, we are going to respect him to the nth degree and make sure that he is laid to rest here. And so you're right. He doesn't need the old body. The old body gave up on him because humans are horrible people, and they bred these animals and they don't care. And so we'll see. I don't know. So I may spread them under Andy's tree. I don't know. I think I don't know if maybe I'll spread them by Katniss to keep her company. I don't have any solid beliefs, honestly. I'm not steadfast in my beliefs on things like that. I'm easily swayed, and I respect others the way others feel. Um, at this point in time, that's what I felt like is the right thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not steadfast on any belief until someone proves me otherwise. But this is something I just believe that if there's a snippet of a chance that he would feel comfortable here, it's worth doing. So that's what we're going to do. So, I saw Ricky's eyes before he went to surgery, through a picture, and I saw him here. Like, I saw him here. And so that will never happen in his earthly body. But, we tried. And here's the thing. I'm really proud that, you know, that we had the ability to give him a chance. I am disappointed in myself for a couple of things, but that's me, and I'm always going to be disappointed in myself. I'm my hardest critic, and if we would have taken him here sooner, we would have saw the signs that he needed to go to the hospital sooner. But we weren't physically capable of that. And that's the hard thing. And that's what I'm going through right now. And I am going to, no matter what anybody says, I'm going to beat the hell out of myself. Because, Erica, yeah, I do, but we're not going to go. I don't want to go into that kind of stuff. It's pretty morbid what happens in breeding facilities. And you can read up on what happens in breeding facilities and babies. It's not good. So that's what, but we just weren't physically capable of caring for a baby. And we just weren't. We were doing so much, and we are at our limit to what we are able to do. And there's places that can do way more. I don't know how they do it, and I'm proud of those places that have more animals than us and do more than us. We do what we can do, and that's all we can do, and that's all I can do. And there's only so much I could do, and I am jealous of places that have the ability to do more than we can do. I'm fully jealous of that. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that's awesome. With more animals and less people than us, they do awesome work. We don't. Our climate's hard. In the winter beats the hell out of us. And we only have so much time to get projects done because, summer and spring, we don't have spring anymore, but summer and fall are, yeah, we had to say no for a month for financial and physical and mental reasons. And then we were, and now, so this is where you go question. And I don't think it's questioning things, like it's the worst thing in the world to question you so you could do better next time. We just weren't physically able to take care of a baby. We just weren't. We had 3 pigs at Cornell. Now, like, feeding time is a lot harder because you have 3 pigs up there on different diets, having to have their foots wrapped and doing so much stuff. And so we're just going to try our best. We're going to do our best. And that's all we can do. And so, we're one now. We're waiting for some good news on Izzy. We really need Izzy to poop. They're not worried for Izzy's poop right now, but I think in another few days we will be worried. So we hope that, Izzy's bright. They increased his food today. We're super happy about that. Willow's going for her 90,000-mile checkup tomorrow. She's getting new tires, new brakes, new brake pads, new windshield wipers, rotating the tires. Probably put some new shocks on her. I think we're gonna upgrade her audio visual system too. Um, so Willow goes in for her yearly checkup tomorrow, um, which is awesome because she's doing great, and they love seeing Willow because she was so long, and that she's such a big success story of theirs. Willow was the first pig in the history of pigs to have an elbow replacement, and it was done with dog equipment that they use in canines, and now they changed the way they do the surgery because of Willow's recovery. So Willow's changed a lot of canines' lives. First pig in the history of pigs to have an elbow transplant, and she's a miracle, and they love her. They love seeing her. They love Wendy. You know that Ricky died, right? Wendy's on. Woo woo. It is like a parade when Willow goes for a 90,000-mile checkup. We're gonna get the really good tires on her this time. We're going for the good shocks. We're gonna do keyless entry on her now. We're gonna, get everything. We're gonna get her buffed. She's gonna get shined. We're gonna get ceramic coating on her. So she's getting the works, man, tomorrow, which is nice. I think she's only gonna be there for 24 hours. What's great about Cornell is, lay people are not allowed to bring in the animals same day as a procedure, or definitely a floor mat. But they trust us to have her completely off feed, and so because she's gonna have to get sedated. You gotta have that rust proofing. We're in upstate New York, definitely rust proofing. So hopefully she'll get picked up on Thursday. Every Wendy's on. Everybody give Wendy some love. Wendy, I was talking to everybody about Ricky and how we talked about a lot about Ricky. No loner. There's no loner that can replace Willow. She's one of a kind. So Wendy has always been my go-to advice, and she'll always give me advice not based on what I want to hear, but based on facts, reality, and knowledge. And so that's what a good friend does, and it's pretty awesome that I think we knew that there was going to be really a slim to none chance of Ricky, but we had to go for it, and we did. 3rd and 20, and we went for it. So it's good, having a friend like Wendy and that knows exactly how you feel, and she doesn't need a turbo kit. We got to slow her down, man. But again, they're very excited to see Willow. It's like a parade when she's there. Everybody in the whole hospital comes out and sees how she spent 4 months there. I love you too. I hope it's not Josh, because then I'm like talking weird. And what we were talking about yesterday of the picture I sent you, that's all cleaned up and taken care of, just so you can sleep better at night. I do love Josh too, so don't get me wrong. I don't even know what we were talking about. I totally lost it. The sun is frying my brain. I'm hanging at the tractor. What was I saying? No, but we talked to her, and we knew Ricky didn't have much chance. What are you getting grangy for? I don't know what that means. I didn't say the word. I didn't say the word. I said that thing. Now you're outing everybody. Ma is not on. It's Odd Man In. Ma is one of the greatest Instagram names ever in the history of Instagram names, because it's so cool. And when you know, you know. Hi, Becky. You just started a conversation that's going to get super freaking weird. And I think Jody's on, so she'll bring it to a crazy level too. At least we're not talking about nuts, so. Peanuts, peanuts, peanuts. Brian's in the house, Wendy. He's sleeping in the house tonight. We are going to cuddle hard. We are going to cuddle hard. It's so quiet. So this is going to be a short live. Rebecca's here doing Magna Wave on Willow. She just finished up with King Carl. King Carl, it's the coolest thing. That pops. King Carl no longer, Wendy, as she comes in for dinner. He's too busy. Like everybody was waiting at the feeding pavilion yelling for dinner. And Carl was in the pond and we brought dinner to him. So that's been an every night thing right now is Carl does not come in for dinner because he knows dinner will come to him. And he was sprawled out in the wallow, so beautifully happy. And that's what was cool. The vet was here today. He got acupuncture today. He got Magna Wave today. And it's the most, and Wendy understands this, he's 16 years old. He's 927 pounds. He's half blind and half deaf, and has no idea he's 1,000 years old. He has no idea. He is our most legitimately large pig. He is top 2, and I can't think of anybody else, most active pigs. He gets the whole sanctuary. He knows every nook and cranny of the sanctuary. And he doesn't have scent glands, I don't think. But literally knows every nook and cranny. He's he's half deaf, he's half blind, and he has no idea. He knows he's in charge. He knows dinner will be brought to him no matter where he is on the sanctuary, that a meal will show up late afternoon. And he knows that any spot in the barn, even if someone's sleeping in it, is Hampton. I'm sorry, I saw your message. I'll get back to you. That he knows that food will be brought to him late afternoon, no matter where he is on the sanctuary. So in the mornings that I get up, that everything kind of hurts. I'm like, yeah, you got to get up and do it. Carl does, and Carl's the boss, and Carl protects everybody here. He's not going to let anybody get hurt. So it's pretty awesome. And so the best thing about Carl is everybody that comes on a tour wants to meet Carl. And everybody that does work everybody does work here falls in love with Carl. Paulie's pretty active. I mean, I wouldn't put him as we're talking large pigs, because the smaller pigs are definitely more active than the big pigs. I don't know. The babies are insanely active. Our babies are insane. You don't see the top. All you see is the top of their head. It's the best. He's just an icon. Oh no, he has it's pretty awesome. So, I guess so. I'm gonna get going. Thank you so much for all the love for Ricky. We tried. We'll let you know when his body is here, when his ashes are here. If you did donate and feel like that you're not comfortable with your donation because he passed away, we're happy to refund it. It did cost us $1,700 for his surgery today to try. But if you didn't feel comfortable, we're more than happy to make it right. And no judgment. It's all good, man. It's all good. I just wanted to make sure that no one thought I was emotionally blackmailing people, and I'd let you know right away. So if there's any questions, you can DM me, make it private. It's all good. Yes, rest in peace, Ricky. Have a great day. Peace.